All right, guys, welcome to WFC 16 Media Day. We'll be live on pay-per-view in Sacramento at McClellan Conference Center, January 23rd. So this is one of our highest anticipated cards we've ever had. We've built a lot of these guys you see in here, and it's just exciting to have it come together. I've been with Max since the very beginning, so a lot of people didn't even know who he was. And I saw the talent in him, and he's had an excellent career, and it's kind of pinnacled to this fight. And Mitchell came in fresh off the UFC, and definitely has been, tearing up the region. So we're really excited for this fight. We got Kito Andrews here, former champion. He's hasn't been in the cage for a while, a veteran from Team Alpha Male, and we're excited to have him back. Also, he'll be fighting Mike Gonzalez, who's been around for a while, a veteran of the sport, and we're excited to have him. So the card from the bottom top is completely stacked. I've never had a card that's stacked before. We have Luis Gonzalez versus Ty Freeman. Luis Gonzalez just came out from the UFC. The 155 division was pretty compacted, so he got released after one fight, but he's coming back with us and trying to get a shot back there. Ty Freeman has won, I think, 8 out of his last 9 fights, so we're excited about that fight. Josh Apelt versus Roy Branden, another very high-profile fight. So we got about 4 to 5 fights that are, have UFC implications, and then another huge one is our co-main event, Josh Emmett versus Christos Giagos. That's going to be an amazing fight. We're really blessed to have that fight on our card. And let's get the questions going.
I guess I could start with Keto. How are you feeling coming back after, I don't know, it's probably been about a year and a half
now?
Yeah,
it's been about a year. Nervous. It was nervous. I didn't really think I was going to be too nervous or getting nervous on the way over here and stuff. And I just came from my children's wrestling match, both of my wrestling matches, and as I was getting ready, I was like, God, it's been a while. So I'm happy to be back. It's good to see familiar faces and stuff, and I'm ready to put on a show.
Have you done anything different since your last fight? Have you worked on anything different? Are you working on your ground versus your stand-up? I mean, going against Gonzalez, he's pretty well-rounded as far as wrestling and stand-up. Do you feel like you should work on anything in particular?
I really like jiu-jitsu. I've been a student of jiu-jitsu for a long time, and so I've always really enjoyed jiu-jitsu as just a hobby and something to do. So I've been out of the game for roughly about 2 years. February will be 2 years since I had my last fight, my loss. I started doing jiu-jitsu maybe 2-3 months ago and stuff, and I just came into some hard times right before Black Friday. I got let go by this company that I didn't have a contract with, and that was the problem. So I got let go right before Black Friday. That was $500 a week that I was making, and it was all gone. So Branden hit me up maybe a month prior. We ran into him after Max won his title, and Branden hit me back, and I wasn't in a space to really take a fight or anything like that. And then then all that stuff happened, and I was just like, I don't know, you know what I mean? So I do sports massage, and but that's still something I'm trying to build right now, and it's not something that is solely my main source of income, but I don't have no money, so I need to fight, do what I do. You know what I mean? So this is what I gotta do. These 2 boys are my pride and joy. This is what I do this for, and regardless of what I feel I'm prepared or not prepared, like I'm here to make money. It's my job. I'm here to put on a show, win the draw.
Thank you.
For Mike, you had a change of opponent. Originally, you were supposed to fight Nick Christie. Now Keto stepped in. Has that changed the way you're preparing for the fight, or is there anything about your approach that's different with the different styles of those 2 fighters?
Just basically my approach this time around is just way different. The last time I was in West Coast, I fought David Mitchell, and obviously everyone knows how it turned out. I mean, coming off the couch, maybe I should have a little more respect for him, and he whooped my ass. Left a bad taste in my mouth. Obviously, it was supposed to be me and Nick Christie looking forward to a stand-up bang. He broke his finger playing with his gyrocopter. I'm guessing.
Wow.
Keto, last time he was around, jumped onto the scene and caused a lot of hype. He did well, as far as like promoting, I just think it's a better matchup between me and him and Christie. a little more excitement, just from the past. I mean, a lot of people don't know the history. I mean, there's no.
We got history. We got
yeah.
history. It's cool.
I mean, there's no real bad malice or any malintentions, but I mean, we did have like some shit that happened a couple years back. But I mean, if you look at the beginning of my career, about 10 years ago, I walked into Ultimate Fitness way back when, a nobody, fresh, got a gladiator belt. You guys already know about the GC belts, how they hand those things out like credit cards and shit. But, you know, I walked in, me and him had a submission tournament. He was the last opponent in my bracket in the finals, and you know, I tapped him out in 40-some seconds. I was a nobody. I got disqualified. They changed the rules on me, but you know how that shit.
It was legit too. I tried. I was lucky. That's what happens when you have a
Yeah, at least he admits
at
it.
my gym, right? At my gym, we're both wiped out. Some knee bars weren't allowed. He got a deep knee bar, and I was like, why is he in a knee bar? And then they fully disqualified him. But like emotionally, he won that one. I was pretty upset and frustrated. So it was fun, but it was good history. It was funny. I was actually really happy. I saw that picture that you had of us and you smashing in the half guard. I thought that was pretty cool. So it'll be fun to get some get back. It'll be fun to see.
More or less, is I mean, I just want to put on a better show. I mean, obviously, West Coast is the biggest show out here on the West. I mean, I'm almost 40 years old. I don't know how much longer I can do this, but I'm having fun being a rock star in my backyard right now, so why not?
For David Mitchell, at the first press conference, Max said that he knew for sure you weren't going to make weight, and I wanted to ask, how's your weight going, and are you having any issues with that in your training?
Weight's going good, training's going good, I'm ready to whoop some ass. I'm sitting at 195 right now. I leave on Sunday, hit the track, and then I'll go to San Diego, a few days, get my juice cleanse on, lose that weight, come back. I'll be 185 pounds, cut 7 or 8 pounds on Thursday, do my thing. I fought in UFC 5 times at 170 pounds. I got more than half of my fights at 170, and I can't make 175? You just scared.
Response, Max?
I'm scared, okay. I just hope you do, you know? I just hope you do. Either way, I'm gonna beat your ass. So, it's up to you.
How you gonna beat my ass, Max?
How do you
I wasn't
want
one
it
more saying after the end.
How do you want it beat?
You gonna tap me out, white belt? Man, this is a joke, man. Everyone in this room knows I belong at the next level. I'm doubling down on this fight. I'm all fucking in.
Good.
I'm gonna knock you out, Max.
I'm glad you wore the suit for the funeral. 2030.
He's back.
All right.
Congratulations.
For Keto, this fight obviously is at 205. You've made your home at 170 for most of your career. Do you have plans after this fight to move back down? Do you think 205, maybe 185 is going to be your home going forward?
I was actually hoping to do 185. That would be a good one. I know if I drop down to welterweight, I'm not going to get the fight that I want, and I'd have to beat some. There's no way up in that weight class right now, so I'm just going to dominate 185 after this one. So I just took whatever I could get for this fight and stuff. But right now, until I make this, until I start getting my massage stuff around, I can't. This is what I'll probably do for a few more times to make my money and stuff. And show West Coast what entertainment's really about. You know what I mean? The talent that I've had from the team that I've worked with, Alpha Male, that it's second to none. I mean, I've been with that team for a long time, and the things you learn there. I've trained with people like Phil Nurse, who trains George St. Pierre, Andres Desforest, who's Anderson Silva Savate coach. You know, a lot of great people have been through that gym, so it's a lot of good tradition.
In a previous press conference, it was talked about winning a crown. I noticed this pretty cool belt sitting here. I wonder if Max and David wanted to talk about winning a belt. I mean, this looks really neat.
We're not fighting for a belt. We're fighting for a UFC contract.
That's right.
This is for the big show. This is it.
With both
This
these
is all
guys,
it.
Yeah,
You know,
both these guys, they've won so many belts. It's kind of one of those
they're getting
deals.
pointless. I got 6 fucking belts at home. I had to give them back because I don't got room in my tiny apartment for these belts. Everyone says, bring all your belts. I'm like, I can't. I mean, it's a good workout to carry all them belts, man. If he wants to make us a sick ass, blingy ass crown, that'd be cool.
You won't.
You won't. But hey, I just want to let y'all know, it's like I got a 10, I got an 11 against a face card. I'm all in. I'm doubling down. I'm splitting eights. I'm splitting aces. Life's a fucking gamble, and I'm gonna knock Max out. I'm gonna stand and bang with him. I'm gonna show you all that I got power, and that I belong in the UFC. Not only that, but Dana should come out here, man. We got a good thing going. This is the biggest show. On the 23rd of January, this is going to be the biggest show that's going on planet Earth. I ain't joking. There's, you know how many people have posted on Facebook that I'm on the biggest card that I've ever been on? You know how many kids we're given opportunities right now to show what they got? Dana, where you at, man? Come out here. I ain't kidding. This is no joke, man. I got Ace King. I'm 36 years old. All right, I'm all in. I'm down. I only got so many chips left. I'm gonna sit in there and bang 25 minutes. I mean, if this guy falls over, you know, if he walks into a takedown, that's his business. But I'm here to hit you as hard as I can, Max. And you're gonna fall. What you got to say about that?
When did you start hitting?
How about your boy Huckabee? Oh, hey, Michael Gonzalez, how them punches feel?
It wasn't stand-up, buddy. It wasn't stand-up. I mean, really, you want to take it there, all the respect I got for you, homeboy, but straight up, I banged with this man for 4 years, and I wrestled with you for what? I stalled out coming off the fucking couch. Dude, you have no idea what you're in store for when this man gets in the ring. That's all I mean, I helped this man get ready to beat Kito, you know, so it doesn't matter. Coming off the couch, you can say whatever the fuck you want to be proud of on that damn win, but it's going to be a whole different ballgame come January 23rd.
Just for the record.
If you want to take serious, you know, I'll give you your respect. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know. Max is young. You have to keep him down. Can you? Who knows? You're not going to knock him out. You're not going to stand. Well, let's be real. You're going to try to grapple him, pull him down. Can you keep him down is the question. No. All this fight is going to come down to is cardio and heart. Who wants it more and who's going to quit? And you know this.
Well, I got a question. So, if you look, if you're being honest with yourself, and you look at the people that he's held down the last however many 8 fights he's had, and that are better grapplers than Max, but you don't believe you can hold Max?
Nope.
He didn't have the cardio to hold me down, or the strength. He doesn't. You'll see.
Maybe the EPO.
You'll see. Marcel Fortuna, he had him tired in 1 round holding him down.
Yeah, but he's a 2nd degree black belt. You're not.
Sure is.
You're comparing apples to oranges.
I'm comparing belts.
Max, you're a white belt. It took you 2 hours and 45 minutes to tap out a white belt, man. I seen it.
I seen you got choked out too. Bow and arrow choke. You can talk all you want, but you know what's gonna happen. You do.
Max, why do you want to go to UFC if you ain't gonna fight me? Why you been ducking me for 2 years?
Well,
You've been ducking me for 2 years. Everybody in this room knows. Ask Max a year ago, where you at? He comes up to me after I beat Deanda. Oh, you cool, man? I want to train. You gotta fight me before you get any respect. I came out here to smash you.
According to who? You and your little cronies?
Dude, you are a white belt, man. Why would you want to go fight in the UFC, bro? They're just gonna tap you out, left and right. You gotta learn how to wrestle, bro. You gotta learn how to grapple.
See, I might not even punch you. I might just fucking wrestle your ass, knock you on your head, and choke you the fuck out. I might do that. To keep it real.
Max Griffin, RNC.
He's calling it. He's calling it.
For Keto, since you've talked about staying at 185 after this fight, eventually that would put you on a collision course with David Mitchell. You know, obviously we all expect that he'll get another run in the UFC, but in the interim,
he's too old to go back to the UFC.
Would you fight Mitchell?
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem fighting David Mitchell. He came to the team kind of towards kind of going into this little hiatus that I had and stuff. So we talked about it briefly and stuff, and I've talked to all the higher ups and everything like that, and it wouldn't be an issue. It would just be a matter of if it was the right time, and I would only fight David Mitchell if I knew I was going to be able to get to Max. That'd be the only reason to fight him or anything like that. There's no reason to fight David Mitchell just to have the 185 belt here. I'll kill everybody else, show them I'm the man, and if it's going to mean something, it's going to take me to the next level, it's going to give me Max, then that's what it'll be.
Is that your goal, to fight Max again?
Yeah, that's pretty much my life destiny.
Alright, just cuz?
And so just so everybody understands, is the fight between me and Max, Max was in phenomenal shape. I kid you not, when I was warming up in the back, I heard him kicking the mats, and I was like, God damn! You remember like yes, kickboxer, when you hear the dude kicking the thing, and you're like, what the fuck is that? And you hear it again and hear it again, and I came out there and I saw Max across, I was like, fuck, he's in some good shape. And I threw everything at him. I wasn't prepared for that fight whatsoever. Max definitely outworked me outside of the cage, and it showed inside the cage. I've recently gone through last year, and even during the time of my that fight, is custody battles for my children. Custody battles is what I've been doing. I'm fighting for custody for my children. I have 80% custody of my children. They're with me Monday through Friday. Mom on the weekends, every other weekend and stuff like that. But I run the show, so stuff happened where they were in danger, and I needed to do what I needed to do. I had to go to court and all this stuff, and found out some horrific things about what was going on in the care and custody of my children. My head wasn't in it. I took the fight because it's what I have to do. It's how I make my money, and it's no disrespect to Max. He had a really good fight, a really good game plan. He did exactly what he needed to do to beat me. But he, in 5 rounds, 25 minutes. Everyone saw how tired I was in that fight. I wasn't in that fight after the first minute, and to me, if you can't finish somebody like that, I was waiting for him to finish me, and couldn't. So to me, it's I know what I could do to Max, and I know how exciting it would be for all these fans. And people talk about this being the #1 show for the West Coast and all this stuff, and I don't think you guys have seen any kind of real fights yet. You know what I mean? I don't think you guys have seen two people go at it and really put on a show, bloody and nonstop. You know what I mean? But at the same time, have mutual respect. I mean, I have a respect for him, but at the same time, I despise him. During the weigh-in, him and his wife disrespected my son. He was 12 at the time. Cussing. I'll go anywhere I want. Cussing at my son, and it's like, I'm an entertainer first. You know what I mean? I talk to my children about it. I'm here to put on a show for you guys, but at the same time, I would never disrespect Max when it came to his family or anything like that. I mean, Branden told me everything.
You were talking shit about my family the whole time, so don't be up here just talking some bullshit.
I was never talking anything about your family. It was the fact of the matter, you were talking to my kid's mom at the time, in cahoots with her and your wife. Branden told me everything about what happened, what your wife did to you. You know what I mean? So that's something you gotta deal with on your own. So the fact of the matter is, we will fight. We'll fight again. It'll happen. You have your hands full with David Mitchell, and I'll tell you one thing. To be in the cage with David Mitchell, I've trained with him a handful of times and stuff, and
you should give him some pointers.
I put David Mitchell.
You did great at that fight.
I put David Mitchell on the choke. The first time we ever grappled, and it was deep, and I was choking the shit out of him, and this motherfucker punched me in my butthole 7 times to get out of it. And I said, oh, you have your mentality like that? So that's that kind of mentality. And it was just 3 of us on the mat. It wasn't like a big deal, you know what I mean? So you see, when you see mentality like that, like tenacity like that, and it was just practice having fun. David Mitchell will die in that ring in order to beat you.
Looks like he's gonna die.
I don't think so.
Look, you weren't gonna die?
It'll be interesting, to say the least, but I need David Mitchell to beat you so you can do this again, because everyone's gonna protect you from me and keep you from me until David Mitchell beats you. So I will send all the good energy.
How do you protect me from someone I already beat?
You decision me. You're the decisionator. That's all you did. You decision me. I
beat you striking, beat you in wrestling, beat you everywhere. I did. Watch the video.
I watched the video, Max, and it was the first time I watched the video for the first time. Maybe.
Watch the video I made you.
That one. That one's edited. Thanks, for Jameson. You. That one's edited for you, Max. That one's not edited.
That'll make Mitchell a video too.
Yeah. It was super cute. Your video was super cute. But the fact of the matter, Max, is that what I did to you in that ring, the damage I gave you, when I heard that you said it was the fight of your life, and I was on 2 weeks practice. So watch what happens when I get a full camp. I'm coming for you.
I don't know how I got dragged into that.
Okay, so clearly there's been a lot of trash talk for both David and David and Max, leading up to the 23rd, with the videos and everything online, what do you guys have to say about the people who imply that the beef isn't real?
Oh, it's real.
It's real. It's 1,000% real. I know
How much you like me, Max?
Not whatsoever. If you were bleeding out right now, I wouldn't do shit to
I mean, this guy's
I wouldn't.
nightmare for 2 years. I'd put my whole fist up your ass if I had to. Choked out.
Yeah, it's real.
Let's go to Max. I know Max is an explosive fighter. I don't know if you have a game plan, if this is just working you up to just go out there and do your thing, or do you have a game plan? Is this something you've thought over? Is this something you've gone over? Or is this something you just said, I'm going to go in there and treat this like a park stuff?
You talking about him?
You.
He's the same fighter every time. All of a sudden he posts his videos that he runs now. You know what I mean? You should have been training your hardest. You know what I mean? You're putting all your chips in. You should always fight like that. All of a sudden that you post some shit on Facebook or whatever, you think you're just gonna beat me, you're tripping. You look unhealthy. You're going to San Diego to drink juice to make weight. I mean meat. You know what I mean? You're eating nothing. You're eating veggies. I'm gonna take you out. You're gonna be so weak. You'll see.
You're gonna be eating that meat, homie.
Max, obviously we have on the other side of the table two of the guys who've said the most stuff leading up to fights. How do you maintain your composure? How do you maintain your focus going into the fight, knowing that
he knows the only way to beat me, which is not, is that he has to try to make me mad, try to make me fight wild. He's too old, he's too slow, he's too stiff, he can't move, he looks like Frankenstein, you know what I mean? He doesn't move his head, he fights like this. That's not gonna work on me. And the reason why you've been taking all these guys down, because they back up on the cage, they're scared of you, they don't throw any fucking punches. They don't throw any punches. He didn't hit you. He didn't hit you. Watch it, I watched the fight in slow-mo, he hit you
I
on the
outstruck
ground.
the heavyweight champ. I beat everybody at middleweight
They're not
except for the
me.
one guy
They're
that
not
gave up his belt instead of fighting me. That, who's that? Who's that?
Who's
that was
here
Max.
now?
The Pain, Griffin.
Don't break the mic down.
You got something.
So, Max, man, I've known you forever now. We grew up in the hood. You are from Sac. I know this fight's labeled the King of Sac. First off, Mitch, all due respect, bro, you know I like you more than me. From Sac. I mean, from here, homie.
This isn't the king of who's from Sac.
I'm just saying.
Hey, what the posters?
We'll hang up in class enough. Anyway,
Hey,
I've never
Blake.
seen you in this.
Don't you got a truck that says Hick Life? Don't get me for living in Placerville. Come on.
That's right.
Hey, what?
I've never seen you in this manner. More calm, the seriousness of it. What has changed for you now that you're up at MMA Gold? Is it made different Max Griffin? Is it the same Max Griffin? I mean,
I'm just growing, man. I'm just growing. Honestly, I'm at the point where he's getting demolished. You know it. Look in my eyes, you know it. You know it. You do.
You got nothing for me, Max.
We'll see.
You got nothing.
You want to put an extra bet on this fight?
I can take you down and choke you out so easy in one round that it is too easy.
The problem
Too
is-
many people spent too much money to come see this fight. There's too much excitement. I mean, Dana should be there, and not just for me. How about Josh Emmett? How about this guy that went 2-1, got robbed in one decision, now he's out the UFC's fight Josh Emmett? How about even, hey, Max Griffin, you got a good record, man. You could beat some people, I guess. You got pretty quick hands, I guess. But you, dude, I'm on a whole nother level, like 3 levels. I'm going up levels every day. I'm doing things right now that I don't know that any other human being on the earth is doing. I'm ready not just to win this title, not just to smash Max Griffin, not just to, I'm here to go and be a UFC champ. I believe that I wouldn't still be here if God didn't have something special for me in mind.
You're soft, bro.
How would I still be fighting here?
You're soft.
God is the only king of Sacramento. You ain't nothing, man. You ain't even, I thought you were Roseville, man. You training, come on. And this is meant to happen. This is destiny. After Deanda, they asked me, you want to go to UFC? 6-0, looking pretty bulletproof. No, I'm crazy trained, man. I said, I'm fighting Max Griffin and Dave, the bad man Huckabee. And look what's happened. Now I'm gonna be ready. Ain't nobody in the world gonna handle this. You think you gonna? You fucking. You're
Sounds
stepping
so
stone.
dumb. You got a
We'll
white
step
belt
on your head,
and
bro.
talk your shit, bro. You couldn't talk shit if you had shit in your tongue.
Damn.
Has there been any more confirmation about Dana actually being here?
Yeah, he's reached out to us about 3 or 4 times. Basically, they're running a show where they go to local promotions, and then they pick a couple fighters that are up-and-comers and give them contracts, similar to Sage Northcutt, that I think is 18, 19-year-old that's in the UFC right now. So they basically fly out, check out the the fights, and then I believe they offer a contract to a couple of the fighters. So they've contacted us back and forth. We haven't information yet that they're going to be here. We hope so, but
On I was on MMA Junkie Radio. They were talking about. They didn't say anything, but like news out of Northern California. I was hoping maybe it was that of being confirmed. I didn't know if you had any other.
no, not yet.
I'm gonna talk to John Morgan from MMA Junkie on Saturday. I'm gonna do everything that I can in my power to get Dana White here to Sacramento. Not just for me, but for this region, for Sacramento. I love this place. I know it's an adopted home to me, but I love it here. It's treated me better than any city on earth. It's the best place to me. It's paradise. And I'm gonna do everything I can to give back. And that starts January 23rd.
Starts with next Griffin.
Who built this biggest show that's ever happened out here? How did this happen? Before I showed up, crazy train talking, calling out everybody.
I took the fight against you. That's
None of
why.
this. Hey, no one cared, bro. No one cares. You're done.
Branden, where built the show?
Let's find the kid. All right.
Okay. I'm good. All of them go back to church. I'm good. Kito, I just wanted to say, you know what? It's great seeing you. You look really well. I know there was a concern with your eye after the last fight. How's everything going now? How's that?
Yeah, I got kicked in the face. But I haven't really I doing some sparring and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't typically take a lot of damage. I don't plan on taking a lot of damage. That's just my style of fighting. I move a lot and stuff. So I'm not a grinder. You know what I mean? So I don't mean it's probably it is the worst damage I've ever taken and stuff. But it'll be something that I go on with time and kind of reevaluate and stuff. But it's been like 2 years and stuff, so it feels good. You know what I mean? But I appreciate your concern.
For Mike, there's obviously you've got this fight with Keto coming up. Do you have any goals beyond this upcoming fight? Anyone in the division you want to fight? Obviously, a rematch with Mitchell, maybe Scott Smith, maybe Justin Baseman. A lot of talent in this.
That's the amazing thing. We haven't even talked about Scott Smith and Justin Baseman being on the bottom half of our main card, which Scott Smith at his time was one of the most exciting fighters in the world, which is no one's seen the in shape, clean and sober Scott Smith in about 4 or 5 years, and Baseman's coming off a huge victory over undefeated Nick Koring. So I can't believe we haven't even mentioned that. That's how big this card is. We have a UFC potential Hall of Famer not even mentioned yet, sort of tail on a news conference. So
Who made that shit happen?
I got a question.
Thanks for your help.
Are you guys gonna slam each other half as much as you slam those fucking mics, dude? That's fucking beat it, dude.
I have a question.
Leave the mics alone, bro.
For David Mitchell, how long have you been fighting?
I started training in 2004 with Dave Terrell, Jake Shields, Nate Diaz, Gilbert Melendez. All those guys were in the gym my first month.
So why aren't you already in the UFC if you were fighting so long?
I was in the UFC.
Why aren't you still in it now?
I had a little run of bad luck, and I was placed right where I needed to be, and God brought me to Sacramento to do big things out here. And I had surgery on my neck. I've had injuries too, but I'm ready now. Like, I'm healed. I got the best team. I'm powered by Lana's Egg Whites. I got Maximized Chiropractic. I got Meet Up Sack. I got all the best of the best. I got Pacific Audio. I got all the boys. I got my boys at Automotive USA. You know what I'm saying? Thank you all for the support. I love you.
One thing you guys think about, David Mitchell, how many fights you have in the UFC?
5.
Yeah, 5 fights. Max Griffin and I both went to the Ultimate Fighter. Both of us didn't make it into the house. If you think about the people that we fought and then how they did to get in, after that show, it gives you, for me, and this is my little thing that keeps me warm inside and gives me my hope, is the person I lost to didn't cut me, didn't damage me in my face whatsoever, couldn't finish me, but then finishes everybody else in the house and then goes and beats Uriah Hall and becomes a season 17 winner and is now ranked number 12 in the world. Max's guy submitted him or finished him, I believe.
Triangle.
And he's probably, I don't think he even fights anymore. You know what
He's
I
in
mean?
Bellator now, Max
Bellator.
Secor doing the damn thing. He's fighting Josh Koscheck next month. Good shit, bro.
But he's still not number 12 in the world. But so what I'm saying is that the fact of the matter is that Mitchell's already been at a higher level. He's seen what that is. He's finished people and he's entertaining and stuff. Max, I haven't seen you like really pepper anybody. You at no point did I feel that I was ever in danger of losing that fight, other than the decision. You beat me up and touched me, but you couldn't put nothing together because you knew.
I dropped you a couple times. But I don't have excuses. Everyone has trouble in their lives.
Yeah.
You have to give a like, sob story. Screw that.
Sob story.
Everyone has trouble. I don't even tell you what's going on in my life.
Yeah,
But I'm not going to cry about it in front of these
Don't worry
people.
about it. I know what's going on in your life, Max. And it's all what's supposed to happen.
This is what happened last time. You're not talking about my family. This is what happened
Max,
last
don't
time.
worry. I'll find you either way, whether it's here in the West Coast, whether it's UFC.
If you want to beat me up, why you keep telling everyone you want to apologize to me and be my friend?
I do.
You said that to like 4 different people.
Max, the fact of the matter is that we're human beings first. But when it comes to this shit, when we're on this shit right now, I'm gonna fucking rip your head off.
Where'd you come from? Why don't you give me a massage? How about you give me a massage before his fight? How about you do that?
Max,
You got beat up so bad. You want to see pictures? You got beat up so bad you quit and started massaging guys. So cut that noise.
I'm a sportsman, Susan. I fix professional athletes.
Don't slam the mic.
So what I do,
I'll gently put it down.
I make $80 an hour doing what I do. But Max, the fact of the matter, you can talk shit all you want. You can talk shit all you want.
I got 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job.
I'll find you and I'll get you and I'll get what
Since
I need.
when you were looking for me? You've been looking for me?
Don't worry, Max. It's time. I had to take some time.
You've
to
been
take
thinking
care
about me this whole time?
I have. You have a beautiful head of hair, but it's gonna go down, Max. This will happen. I'll make it
I
happen.
haven't thought about you once.
I know you haven't. And that's what's perfect. What's perfect about it because you haven't thought about me, and I've been thinking about you the whole time. So when it all comes back around in full circle, and Mitchell does what he's supposed to do to you, and then I'll do what I need to do to get there. It'll happen. It'll be the most dramatic thing ever because you won't be in a fight whatsoever.
Hey, Mike, does this at all get you even more riled up? Because he's really not even acknowledging the fact that he's fighting you. If I walked in the room right now, I think it was like 2 on 1 over here. I don't know.
Good point.
Are you, Kito, you're kind of looking past Mike right now, putting the cart in front of the horse.
It has nothing to do with looking past Mike. I've been waiting a long time to talk to Max. I gave Max respect the last time I came here, and I as a man, gave me.
He's still fake. My buddy Dave Spiderman at the last fight, after I beat Buddy, he said he saw you, and you came up to me in the thing.
I came up to you.
Everyone's been trying to get me to squash the beef with you.
I'm not
Everyone's like, you need to squash it. You need to squash it.
I'm not done
Can
talking.
you please squash it with him? Can you please squash it?
The fact of the matter,
Fuck him. That's what I said.
You can't squash it, Max, because it's the fact of the matter. You disrespected my seed, my son, and I guarantee my son is 250 with size 14 shoes, 6 foot. Nigga, you won't say shit to him now. I guarantee that. You sit there.
That's not what happened.
It's exactly what happened.
You're just like everyone else. You're just like Mitchell, bro.
Max,
you cut from the same cloth.
I'm not
cut from the same
I'm not cut
napkin.
from everything. I'll tell you like this, Max. You can sit there and talk, and you've been doing all this stuff in my sad life and this and that. But when it comes down to it, I'll find you. Mike Gonzalez. Mike Gonzalez.
We could go over there.
No. Mike Gonzalez. I'll tell you like. I'm here to make money. And that's the bottom line. I'm not looking past Mike Gonzalez. I've been wanting to talk to Max for a long time, and it is what it is. I try to be a professional about it.
Can I get a second? Like, no matter what happens here right now, all the shit talking, I mean, everybody's whipping out their dicks to see how big it is right now. We all gonna fight, James. We are gonna fight. We're all gonna get down. Seems like Kito is a little more involved with Max. I mean, I'm an old dog, he's an old dog. There ain't no comebacks for us, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Be real. Because like I said earlier, I'm just fucking juiced, dude. Look, my name's right here. I'm on the panel. I mean, bottom line, dude, we gonna fight. I mean,
That's a beautiful
win,
thing.
lose, draw, like he said, you know, he's here to make money. I mean, obviously, the massaging guys ain't been working out for him. We're here to scrap. I'm excited because I really believe our matchup is a lot better than the Nick Christie matchup. He's got something to prove. I'm just fucking ready to bang. Come on, after hearing this shit, and I gotta wait.
And the best thing about this sport is you get two of these guys locked up in a cage till someone goes to sleep, essentially, or a decision. So that's the greatest thing about this sport. You know, football, baseball, basketball, they get in little tiffs and it's broken away. With this, you're locked in a cage with someone. You can't run. So it's a beautiful thing. Got one more question.
I gotta keep this going. Kito, you keep saying you're after Max, but now what if Max does beat David? Then you are gonna have to see David before you see
I'll beat him up in the gym. I'll do that.
Okay. I guess that answers that question. But what do you think about that? I mean, if he does win over Mitchell, that means you're gonna have to fight. Are you willing to take the necessary steps to see him?
I told you.
We gotta bang first. Don't answer that. We gotta bang first.
Yeah, I got.
Be real.
I got.
Anything can happen in the cage. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I'm not. Nick Gonzalez is. I've watched him do some damage. He's got a lot of power. I'm not looking to go power for power in that fight. I'm looking to move around and do what I do and be entertaining. And I'm not looking to clinch and tie up and stuff. Mike Gonzalez. Who the fuck is Nick? But the fact of the matter, I'm gonna be here to put on a show. There won't be a boring time in this fight. It'll be.
I guess the question was because you want Max so bad. If he does beat David, you're not going to be able to see him until a couple
I
fights.
keep talking about impossibility.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Well, because he keeps talking about he's after Max, like you're going to beat him.
Well, the fact of the matter,
and like they said, anything can happen.
This dude's ass too. I won't be.
Yeah. Well, I have no problem with David Mitchell.
Then you're never going to see Max.
Yeah.
Then he's never going to see Max.
All right, all four of you in the cage at the same time.
Triple match.
All right, we got one more question.
Branden, with all this coming up,
Yes.
just pause on me here. If CSAC approves it, would you consider doing a tournament?
Yeah,
with
we're
all
already
these
been
guys
thinking about
for
that
one
last
night
20 minutes.
Let's do it. We'll take it to Thunder Valley or Red Mountain. Let's do it. Go on some felony fights.
Bellator's been doing that. World Series has done it, so I've been thinking about that for the last 25 minutes. So we got one more question. We gotta wrap this up. Make it a good one. No pressure.
All right, so Max and Mitchell, let's wrap this up. Both of you guys have talked a lot of negative things about one another. When this fight is over, whoever wins, are you going to be able to be cordial to one another, or are you still going to have this feeling inside of you? Is 25 minutes in the cage going to be enough to settle this between you?
Squash this.
Yeah.
Depending on the outcome.
It's not going to be 25 minutes. And he relieves, it's over, you know. But we're not going to be friends, you know. I'm going to be happy I beat him, but we're not going to be friends.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
We're not. I really don't. I think he likes me, though. I think you do. You're probably following me like your buddy right there.
Following your Instagram, Insta stalking you.
Oh, that's right.
Will you accept his Facebook request?
I was just going to ask that.
That's the question, man. I mean, we're here.
After I beat you out.
This thing it's not just about in the cage. It's not enough just to win in the cage anymore. You gotta call your shots. I'm gonna knock you out, Max.
Wow. You know
I ain't just getting started, man.
You're just not credible.
I'm just getting warmed
not
up.
credible. For you to say you're better hands than me, that just eliminates everything you say. That's like saying the sky is green. It is in Alaska sometimes. That's like saying
Gotta see some northern lights, bro.
All right, guys. Sorry. That's going to wrap it up. We'll see you January 23rd.